Yes, I'm sitting here in my Clementine hat for a reason. Alright guys, what is up? It is me, Grace here, and today we are back for another video on the channel. First of all, Happy New Year's. I obviously wanted to cover that as well. I have a little bit of sore throat coming in, so I'm kind of had trouble talking. But anyways, I just wanted to make a quick video to update you guys on some stuff. Mostly this video is just be all about gaming, because this huge video is just me covering what gaming live streams I have planned for all of you guys this year, because this is gonna be pretty freaking huge in terms of my YouTube career and my gaming live streams this year in general. So obviously, for those of you guys who don't know, this year is gonna be my 8-year anniversary on YouTube, and I have hair sticking out. Freaking look like Ash Ketchum, but this is a Clementine hat, obviously. But anyways, so this is gonna be my 8-year anniversary on YouTube, so that's gonna be a pretty big milestone for me. So yeah, but I'm gonna go ahead and talk about these gaming live streams that I have planned, because there's a bunch of them that I have to talk about and discuss and stuff like that. So this video is probably gonna be one of the longest videos, or update videos I've ever made so far, and I really love this tripod too. So without further ado, let's get started. So the first thing I want to talk about in this video is the fact that possibly for my 18th birthday, I'm planning on getting a PS4 Pro, which is going to have more storage, and I'll be able to download more games on my console. And plus, I'll be able to get a new controller with that as well, because this one's kind of going. If you saw the other Uncharted stream from the other day, I was having trouble with this controller, so I had to switch controllers out. So, possibility of a PS4 Pro coming March 10th, maybe. Again, not sure if that's going to happen yet, but it's just a possibility. And then next up is The Walking Dead: A New Frontier continuation, obviously. Continuation and / conclusion, because, well, 2 episodes just came out last week, and I suspect that there's going to be either another episode this month or another episode in February, but that's going to be continuing as well. Sorry, I'm drinking my juice that I have here. I'm talking at the same time. And then next up on the topic of Telltale games is the possibility of The Wolf Among Us, maybe, because that's another Telltale game that I want to play on the channel. Because I said I wanted to play all these different Telltale games. And speaking of that, I don't have them written down here, but I will talk about them now. I do eventually want to return to Tales from the Borderlands and Back to the Future the game, and finish up those as well for you guys this year. But I don't know exactly when those two are going to be happening, because I don't have a definite plan for when all these games are returning. But anyways, Wolf Among Us is definitely going to be happening sometime this year, possibly, actually. Next up, one of my longest ongoing live stream series, I should say. So far, we have 26 episodes made so far, and hopefully this next episode is going to be the New Year's Day episode. If not, then it'll be continuing whenever. But if you guys don't know what I'm talking about GTA Online Hijinx, which is, I started back in January of 2016, so last year. When did I start my live streams again? I gotta check. I know I started in January, but I gotta remember what exact date I started in January. And what's the name into that? Let me turn down my volume here. My very first stream was a Heist live stream, and I started streaming on January 15th, so come January 15th, it will have been officially 1 year since I started live streaming on the channel. And that's been a huge success for me, actually, because I've been able to get more content out that way, because I don't really do much recorded content anymore. I'm able to do live stream content on my PlayStation. I don't really take the time to film videos with my camera and stuff. But anyways, so the Heist was the first series that I did, and I also did Zombies and Call of Duty Black Ops 3 Multiplayer Live. And then after that, after the Series A Heist was done with the Heist, I kind of like canceled that Heist series and I made a spin-off, GTA Online Hijinx. That's been a really successful series throughout 2016. And throughout 2017, I hope to make it even more successful with the rest of the episodes that I have planned. Right now, I'm planning on 100 episodes and possibly going even further beyond that because I really enjoy doing that series. So, GTA Online Hijinx continuation is coming this year. Next up, my return to Resident Evil 4 will be happening sometime this year as well, because I kind of like abruptly stopped it without like any warning whatsoever, and I want to get back into doing that. So sometime this year, you can expect to see the continuation and conclusion of Resident Evil 4. And then the next two here, Resident Evil 5 is going to begin soon. Probably after I get around to completing Resident Evil 4, then I'll hop over to Resident Evil 5 and play that for you guys. And then, speaking of Resident Evil, I also have Resident Evil 6 I have to get back to, which I will be, what I'm doing is going to do, like, in the order they're released, I'll finish Resident Evil 4, then I'll play through Resident Evil 5, maybe co-op with my friend Brandon if he gets the game. I don't know, but I'll figure it out. So once Resident Evil 5's done, I'm going to hop over and play Resident Evil 6. And then once Resident Evil 6 is done, I'm going to be possibly playing Resident Evil 7 Biohazard. I have a bunch of games that I want to talk about. I told you this. So the Resident Evil series are definitely a couple of those games. So let me set those aside because I talked about those already. Next up, my return to Until Dawn. I gotta finish up my second playthrough of that. My second playthrough is obviously the They All Die playthrough, because I did one where I saved all the characters. So this one is going to be one where I kill off all the characters, obviously. I started playing it back in October. I only did one stream of it, and then I stepped away from it because I wanted to play some other games. But possibly in October of this year I might play it again, or I might just play it whenever I get around to playing it again, because I have some other games obviously installed on my system, and my system can't fit any more games on it as it is. So I gotta finish those games before I can install other games. So more Until Dawn is coming this year though, so you guys can look forward to that as well. What else? Also, next up is the possibility of my return to Deadpool, because Deadpool is another game that I stepped away from that I didn't get around to completing yet, and I really need to get to completing those games so I can actually start on other games and focus on other games. So eventually I'm going to get Deadpool again and play that for you guys as well. Next up is Ratchet and Clank. That's another series, another movie series that I want to play. Another game that I want to play is actually based off the movie that came out last year. I didn't really care for the movie that much. I didn't think it was that good after I ended up seeing it. But the trailers made it look good, and then I saw the movie, it didn't look good. Anyways, back to what I was talking about. So Ratchet and Clank is definitely another game that I want to play this year. So maybe that's going to be happening, I want to say maybe May-ish. I want to aim for playing Ratchet and Clank, because, like I said, bunch of games that I have to cover so far. In March, South Park, The Fractured But Whole. See what is there? That's the name of the title anyway. So I pre-ordered that a few months ago, and it was supposed to come out December 6th, and they delayed it because they wanted to make it like a game that everybody was expecting. Like they wanted to live up to the greatness that was the first South Park Stick of Truth game. So right now the planned date is sometime in March, I'm guessing. So when it comes out in March, I'll definitely be playing that for you guys. And you guys can go check out my other South Park series, South Park Stick of Truth Live, that I did. I did like a huge, I think it was 3 hours that I did. Like I did this huge final stream where I just did all the rest of the missions of the game for the finale stream. So that's another one coming. Next up, Life is Strange is going to conclude. I need to get to the last 2 episodes of Life is Strange. So that's going to be eventually concluding sometime, but I still don't know when it's going to happen. When I know, you'll know, obviously. But Life is Strange is coming back this year as well. So you guys can expect to see that eventually. Next up, my Watch Dogs 2 continuation. And we did 2 streams of that so far. I tried doing online play with 2 of my friends, and you can really only go online with 1 person unless it's like a bounty hunt or whatever. So, Watch Dogs 2 single player is going to be continuing sometime this week or next week or something like that. But I want to hope to finish up this game so I can get to other games. I also want to maybe see about the possibility of playing the first Watch Dogs game as well, because I didn't play the first one and I'm just playing the second one already. So, that's coming as well. Next up, there's a bunch of different marathons that I have planned right now. My Uncharted series marathon continuation is coming. I had to finish up Uncharted 1, Drake's Fortune. I had to go and play Uncharted 2, and then once Uncharted 2 is done, I gotta hop over to Uncharted 3. And then once that's done, I can finally hop over and play Uncharted 4, A Thief's End, which is basically right now considered one of the best games of the Uncharted series. I saw some gameplay of it, and it looks very, very amazing. So I can't wait to get over to Uncharted 4. But I am actually loving, despite the fact that I'm dying a lot in the past 2 streams, I am loving the Nathan Drake collection and playing through the first 3 Uncharted games as well. And it's actually a good idea that I'm playing through the first 3 Uncharted games so I can better understand the story and what's going on and whatnot. So, Uncharted Marathon continuing, and Uncharted 4, The Ascend is coming. So yeah, I'm trying to make it easier so I can just easily put these back in order. There we go. Next up, Mafia 3. Let me grab it over here. That's going to be beginning sometime soon this month as well. And you guys can expect to see that happening sometime maybe in 2 weeks. But I got to get further in my Uncharted marathon to officially start another game. And I got to get further in Watch Dogs to start another game. But Mafia 3, I think I said Mafia 2 accidentally. But Mafia 3 is coming. Next up, we have Dead Rising. Let me grab these 2 over here. So, Dead Rising is going to begin eventually. This is actually a 1-player only game because when they first made the Dead Rising games, I guess they weren't planning on doing co-op. So the first Dead Rising game is a solo playability thing only. So I'm going to go about Dead Rising solo. And then I think right now the plan is that I might not do another stream of Dead Rising 2 until I play Dead Rising 1. But I definitely do want to continue on doing my Dead Rising 2 playthrough. Maybe continue the co-op playthrough that I have with my friend Brandon that we're doing right now. So we're going to continue on doing that. That's going to be pretty fun as well. Anyways, so you can expect to see the 2 Dead Rising games continuing soon. And speaking of Dead Rising, I may also be possibly doing a Dead Rising 2 off the record co-op playthrough with Brandon as well, if he's up for it. And that's basically the same storyline as this, but there's some different elements of the story changed, obviously, because Frank West from the first Dead Rising game is the main protagonist in Off the Record. And they didn't really make a physical version of Off the Record for this, so I had to download it digitally and stuff like that. But anyways, so they made Frank West the main protagonist in Dead Rising Off the Record, so you guys can look forward to seeing, yeah, like that, these two games coming soon. And then, the Batman Arkham Trilogy is going to be happening this year as well. I'm going to be playing through all 3 of the Batman Arkham games, because the 4th one that they have, the one that wasn't made by Rocksteady, is like not on PS4, so I'm going to be playing through all 3 of the games. Batman Arkham Asylum, Arkham City, and Arkham Knight. So I'm looking forward to playing those for you guys as well. Thing that I think is going to be the most annoying is going through and collecting all the Riddler trophies again, because I did it once in Arkham Knight, and it was kind of strenuous and boring, but I actually did love the ending that I got when I actually collected all the Riddler trophies, so I'm kind of glad that I collected all of them, but again, it was just a long-standing thing that was super frustrating. So the Arkham Trilogy is coming this year. And also, Beyond Two Souls is also coming this year. I'm going to be playing that as well. And whoops, I almost knocked over my camera. So Beyond Two Souls is another game you can expect to see something this year, but I don't know when. New releases in 2017, so whatever games come out that interest me or stuff like that in 2017, you guys expect to see those as well. And then next up is Call of Duty Infinite Warfare as well. I gotta return to the campaign of this, and I also gotta play the Modern Warfare Remastered campaign. So 2 Call of Duty campaigns coming this year as well. 2 back-to-back Call of Duty campaigns it is. And next up is one that you can definitely expect to see maybe in the summer, is Saints Row 4, and I'm planning on doing that with Brendan as well because he loves the Saints Row series, and I actually really enjoyed Saints Row 4. I played that solo by myself, and I thought it was the most fun I've ever had playing a game, so it'd be fun to do that co-op with Brandon and stuff. So maybe in the summer of 2017 you can expect to see Saints Row 4 and all of its DLC. Probably not the Christmas DLC though. I'll probably wait until Christmas 2017 before we do the Christmas DLC together. But you expect to see the other DLC that they have. So yeah, whatever happens. But you can expect to see Saints Row 4 this year as well. Let me set that Call of Duty down. I'm done talking about that. Next up, these next 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. These next 8 games that I have to talk about are possibilities. I don't know for sure that they're going to happen this year, but there are definite possibilities that I would like to get to. So first off is Fallout. I may possibly pick up and play through Fallout 4 for you guys, but I'm still not sure. That's a possibility. Next up is The Last Guardian. I may pick up that and play that for you guys. Again, still not sure. Titanfall 2 maybe. I may just play the multiplayer of that if I get it. I may do the story mode of that. I'm still not sure. The Last of Us, I have that game, but I need to reinstall it if I consider doing the story mode of that, because I'm already playing one Naughty Dog game, Uncharted. So if I do decide to do The Last of Us, then you guys will know. Kingdom Hearts is another possibility because we're releasing a game sometime this month on PlayStation 4, and that's another possibility you guys can expect. Well, not really expect, but you guys can kind of look forward to it if I end up doing it. Next up is Steep, which is kind of like a snowboarding game. It's kind of like a free roam snowboarding game, kind of. So it's kind of like SSX and whatever. So I may possibly do that and just like do like Steep Chaos or Steep Hijinx, whatever I want to call the series if I do decide to pick up Steep eventually. So you guys can expect to see that as well. Overwatch Returns, maybe. I want to get back to Overwatch now because realizing that they have all this freaking holiday DLCs now makes me want to get back into it because I love when a game has holiday content in it. So eventually maybe I'd like to return to Overwatch and continue that live stream series because I only did one episode of Overwatch Live. And then next up is Next up is Knack, and Knack is also a game that I want to possibly play, maybe do that couch co-op with Brandon, because it just recently announced Knack 2 is coming, and I want to play the first Knack because the trailer they showed for Knack 2 actually makes the game look really, really good. So I want to go back and play the first Knack game and get to playing that. That was actually a launch title when the PS4 originally came out. So Knack is definitely a game that you guys can expect to see. And then one series that me and Brendan are going to be doing this year is WWE 2K17. We did a WWE 2K16 series throughout 2016, and then throughout 2017 we're going to do WWE 2K17. And basically my plan is that every year, like every consecutive year, so say 2K16, we play that throughout 2016, 2K17, we play that throughout 2017, and so on and so forth. So every year is WWE games, so 2018 we played throughout 2018, you know what I mean. But every year is WWE game, we were playing it throughout that consecutive titles year. And you guys can expect to see a lot of custom wrestler fighting chaos. Next up is Lego Harry Potter Years 1 through 7, also known as the Lego Harry Potter Collection, because that compiles 2 games, Lego Harry Potter Years 1 through 4 and Years 5 through 7. So you can expect to see me playing that for you guys as well sometime this year because I had that on my Christmas list actually, but I didn't end up getting it. So eventually sometime this year I want to pick that up and play that for you guys as well. And more. Currently I'm playing games. And I told you this would be big. This is actually at 20 minutes right now. I'm still not done talking. So right now there are more games that I want to think about doing, but I currently don't have those planned yet. But yeah, there's a bunch of them. And then the last 2, I don't know if I'm getting them this year. But maybe next year or something like that, or maybe sometime soon I want to get them. The possibility of an Xbox One, and I want to do some Xbox One games like Dead Rising 3 and 4, and some other games like that. And PSVR, PlayStation Virtual Reality, I want to do streams of that as well, but I don't know eventually when I'm going to be getting that because that's $600. Actually, it's like $700 actually, so that's gonna be really expensive for me. But yeah, all right. I've done my rambling. I've been sitting here for like 40 minutes now, just like talking about all this stuff, and I need to go and like rest my voice because that was a lot of talking for me. But yeah, there's a lot of stuff that you guys can look forward to throughout the year 2017. The one that I'm most excited for, though, is definitely continuing on GTA Online Hijinx and continuing Dead Rising and Uncharted and all those games. So you guys have a pretty big year to look forward to. I am definitely looking forward to a whole big year of content from me and showing you guys and giving you guys a whole lot of content from me. And I want to make the best content that I possibly can for you guys this year. And I can't really do that without your support. So first of all, before I end this video, let me say thanks to all of you guys who have been subscribing and watching my videos. And I hope you guys continue following me throughout 2017. And I hope we gain a lot of more subscribers so I can continue doing this. And yeah, so thanks for all of you guys for continuing being there for me and supporting my videos and stuff like that. And yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say for this video. So guys, this is going to be it for my long update video where I'm just talking about all the games I'm playing this year. And I'll see you guys in my next video coming soon, which might be the continuation of my Uncharted series actually. But yeah, thanks for watching guys, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.